So I'm actually about to cook some breakfast. While the pan's heating up, I figured I'd hop up on here and talk a little bit about my workouts lately and what I've been doing, as well as where I want to go and one of my main goals right now as far as the actual exercises go. So with that said, as far as the workouts, if you haven't known already, I talk about it often in my videos. You can check those out. But I've been doing a push, pull, legs routine. Essentially, push is chest, shoulders, triceps, and pull is back and biceps, and legs, well, that's legs. Pretty straightforward. But I've been liking that routine, just doing it 3 days a week and just pushing to get a little bit better on each exercise, kind of just handling myself when it comes to any kind of aches and pains that I've been dealing with, which I've noticed since I've taken a leave from work. My knee pain has gone away. So that's interesting. And anyway, been doing this workout routine for a long time, even when I was training at home with just dumbbells and body weight. When I had the last apartment or the Airbnb or the other Airbnb that we had for 4 days. That's what I've been doing. And now that we got the house and I'm working out in my home gym, still doing the same layout of routine, just being able to do more exercises with a lot heavier weight and building my way back up using the heavier weight. So as far as that goes, what I've been doing is on push day, I've been doing bench press, standing barbell overhead press for shoulders. And then if I can squeeze it in, because mornings have been crazy lately, chest flies and lateral raises. And that's it. Nice, simple, straightforward. For pull day, I've been doing barbell rows. I've been doing pull-ups instead of chin-ups, bicep curls, hammer curls, and that's been pretty much my pull day. And then for the leg day, squats, Romanian deadlifts, sometimes hanging leg raises. And a lot of people are going to hear me say all this right now and be like, well, are you really even working out hard? Well, the biggest thing is the lifts themselves and how you're doing with them. So, for example, I'm doing somewhere between 6 and 12 reps on most exercises. The whole idea is that every week I just push a little bit harder. So if I just say like this past Monday, I did bench press and I got 145 for a set of 6, and I think I got a set of 5. I'm going to push that to 2 sets of 6. And then that following week, once I get 2 sets of 6, I'm going to go ahead and do 150, push for 2 sets of 6, 155, push for two sets of 6, and repeat this process on all the exercises. So it's not like I'm just doing it for one exercise. I'm doing it on all exercises, dumbbell, barbell, whatever it is, progressing that way. And even if it is slow, it takes a while, that's okay. But for something like a dumbbell exercise, I only have 25s and 30s right now. So once I get to 30s, it's just up in reps as much as possible while really focusing on the barbell lifts and chin-ups or pull-ups and stuff like that anyway. But some of these exercises I'm doing for 10, 15, 18, 22 reps because I only have that given weight. So it really depends on the exercise and my particular goal with that. So one thing I want to talk about as well is one goal that's been stuck in my head is getting back to a 135-pound overhead press. Recently, I decided to test my max, which is never really an important thing, and I don't know, I just felt like doing it. I was able to get 115 for 1 rep, which is really frustrating because I've done 145 for a set of 6, I've done 155 for 3, I've done 165 for 1, but I was 205 pounds, somewhere in that body weight. Currently, I'm sitting at 161.4 as of this morning. So that 45 pound difference makes a big difference in terms of how much weight you're able to lift, just because in order for me to gain those 40 pounds back then, I was able to eat a ton of food each and every day. I was actually at that time training 4 days a week. So I was getting higher frequency and doing shoulder pressing twice a week. So I had more frequency and technique practice. So it all played really well together in terms of getting that strength up there for that lift. Now I'm doing the 3 days a week, 45 pounds lighter, and I'm just really getting back into barbell training for the last, 4 or 5 months from just doing body weight and light dumbbells. So a lot of things working against me. Very, very low sleep now, 4 or 5 hours a night. I'm taking care of 2 babies, helping my wife through her foot recovery and all this kind of stuff going on. It's just crazy. So we're doing all that. And I'm just trying to build up the strength in the overhead press. That's my number one goal right now, and I don't know why. It just came to me, and I just want to do that. But an interesting thing is, when I do bench press first, I perform the technique on overhead press better. When I do overhead press first, which I've done 2 times in the last several months, I have no strength. I have no, like I don't have that oomph to it where I can really get that power behind the lift. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to do more warm-up sets, like maybe a little bit of a smaller jump and just do like one really good rep on the smaller jump sets as well, and just really build that technique first. Because if you do an exercise first, you're gonna have more energy and technically be able to have more output for that exercise. So I may play around with that. That's not set in stone as I'm recording this right now. By the time it's posted, I'll probably have a better idea, but we'll see. But anyway, my point is I want to get back to 135-pound overhead press and go from there. So what I'm going to have to do is one thing first, which is continue on the program, what I'm doing right now, get myself used to handling the weight. So I'm just going to walk out 135 in that overhead press position and not even press it. Just put it back on the rack, drop the weight to my working weight, and just go all out on these sets. Like 2 sets, but all out as hard as I can. Like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll push it up, and if it feels like it's going to stop, I'll just stop. And we're not going to do that anymore, especially on overhead press. Everything else has been making progress a lot easier than this lift for me. But for overhead press, we're just going to push it safely, smartly. If technique is funky, I'm not going to push it. But if it's straight, solid, even, and I'm just like kind of hitting that wall, I'm just going to keep pushing until I can't keep pushing no more, as they say. So that's the plan. Get back to 135. I think if I do it the way I'm going to be doing it, it'll be a few weeks max, because I did 115. I got 125 to about here, and before I just stopped pushing. I think I could do it in a few weeks to a month. So I'm going to start documenting the workouts a little bit more. I've been playing the clips on here to kind of see where I'm at in terms of what I've been doing. But I'm going to start documenting the workouts in terms of the push day, because that's the most clickable workout of all time anyway. And we'll see if we can do this. I don't have a deadline specifically set in mind, but absolutely this year, without a doubt, for reps. But I think a few weeks to a month, about, let's just call it 4 weeks from now, should be able to push 135 for one. So if you want to see that, 2 things you could do: subscribe here if you're not already, put on like the notifications, all that fun stuff. And then also check Instagram, because I've been posting my workouts more consistently there. That way you can kind of see and follow along the journey. I'll probably post on stories a little bit more than I have been lately. But anyway, that's all for now. If you want my other fat loss insights, go check out gainswithgabe.com. Subscribe to the free newsletter. You also get access to the Discord. You also get access to the Fat Loss Guide. Get all the information you need in order to get in shape, get in better shape. And then as I get stronger, I'm going to add more to the workout side and getting stronger and like obviously proving that my concepts work like they have in the past and make it now. So thanks so much for being here, and I will talk to you next time. I gotta get cooking.